Hello everyone, I'm Jennifer Fierro, welcoming you to the 2013 football season. All 4 teams we cover are on the road this week, but there's still plenty of excitement going on. Up first, we're going to stop by head coach Todd Dodge's office at Marble Falls and get his thoughts on LaGrange.
We knew that LaGrange was a good team last year. We had a great game against them. Obviously, it was a high-scoring affair here the opening night at Mustang Stadium. I think the final was 56-36, and I knew that they would win a lot of football games, and they did. They went on and they went undefeated after they played us until the last district game when they got beat by Cuero, and then they got beat by Campo in the first round of the playoffs. But they've got a lot of folks back, a lot of familiar faces back from last year.
And one of them, of course, is the one that has certainly made a lot of headlines in the spring, is their offensive lineman, Zachary Ludwig, committed to Texas A&M over the summer. Just looking at his stats, he seems like the real deal.
No, he's an outstanding player. They don't offer scholarships to guys at Texas A&M unless they're great players. And so, a guy that's been recruited to play in the Southeast Conference, recruited by just about everybody in this state and every surrounding state. He is an outstanding player, and he's one big physical and real mobile, and that's probably the thing that really caught the attention of a lot of the college recruiters, how well he moves for a large man.
LaGrange, are they more of a run offense as opposed to?
They are. They've got a 1,200-yard rusher returning in Rodney Fillmore. They've got a 600-yard rusher returning in Hutchison. They run it well. They got a good receiver that was sophomore of the year or newcomer of the year in that league last year, and a kid named Tizino, number 5. Got some really good skill position players coming back. Got a new quarterback this year, kid that started for him at free safety and wide receiver, Dylan Davis, that will be their starter. I think he's probably been waiting, in the wings for a while. When we played them last year, they had a 3-year returning starter, and so Davis now, as a senior, gets his chance to start, and he's an athletic guy. So, offensively, they have, of course, Ludwig back, 2 really good running backs back, a wide receiver back, a couple other offensive linemen. I think there's 7 returning starters on offense. Last week against Brownwood, the one thing that we wanted to do was to get Brennan in a kind of a culture of accuracy, for lack of a better term. And that's the thing that is becoming a real upside for him, is him putting the ball on people. And, in a scrimmage, it was a lot of rush 3, drop 8, rush 4, drop 7. Didn't want to really run KJ a whole lot, and wanted to get, Brennan feeling good coming out of that scrimmage against somebody else, going into his first game. And I think that's going to really bode well. I thought he did a great job of not making his mind up before the snap, going through his read progressions, going through his thought progressions, responding to what he saw instead of making his mind up about what he wanted to do. And that's going to be part of the deal as we go into Friday night, is Brennan, helping slow the game down for himself. He's done a really nice job so far in preparation for our season, in running our no-huddle attack, going from the spring, being very vocal, being a good leader of our offense. And, the thing about it is that, I can't forget Dana, he's still 15 years old. And so he's got a chance to be really good. But as I tell him just about every day, you don't have to take the weight of the town of Marble Falls when he shows you've got to just be a distributor of the football. And that's what our quarterback in our system has always had to be a guy that distributes it. And we've got a pretty good, skill position, cast around him.
And how much of a comfort, because I know you played the position, not only are you a fantastic quarterback coach, you've also played the position and understand the intricacies that come with that. What kind of comfort is it for a young quarterback to have a Keith Jerome and a Garrett Gray and an Aiden Parnell and a J.T. Watson, kids who can catch the football or make plays and help keep the chains moving?
Well, that's just, we've got to be a team. We have the ability to spread the wealth. We did last year, we do this year, and frankly, when we're at our best is we're getting in a lot of different hands. Obviously, it's one of those deals that as you go into games, you prepare a game plan. You make adjustments as the game flows, whether or not there's been something that presents itself that you weren't expecting, and you may lean towards a different part of your package, But one of the things that, with Brennan is I tell him, we've got everything installed, from spring ball through fall camp. Everything that we possibly will run this season has been installed. Now, the fact that what we'll run in the first game will probably be about 50 to 60% of that, because it applies to the game plan. You don't take everything in your entire arsenal into every game plan, because you won't have enough time during the week to execute it all. The one thing that you want him to understand as we go through, that there may be something as we go into the third or fourth series of a game, that there may be an adjustment that we need to make that kind of pulls from something that we installed during camp. Those conversations are going on daily with me and my young quarterback. He's a lot of fun to coach. He absolutely has a passion for the game of football. He's pretty accurate, and that's the thing that is going to always, got to be his calling card. So, as we go through the process, it's my job, as his coach, to get him off to a good start, get him confidence, and then just let his natural ability take charge.
And that was head coach Todd Dodge. We also had a chance to talk to one of the top secondary members, senior Cody Seelig, and get his thoughts on the upcoming season.
Our defense is really coming along. Our offense has always just been great. So we expect to do good things this year. I think everybody's so good. We have a really stout. Our freshman Davin, he's really good. And all of our linebackers and defensive line they fly a little under the radar, but they're going to be the ones making all the plays for us this year.